I never need anybody's help in any way. Ghetto is constantly fucking hello. And it's so funny because like there's so many different colors of skin tone, and it just seems like no matter which one I choose, either I look like I'm have an eating disorder and I've like developed some kind of fucking shit anemia, or I look like I'm trying to be QAnon, and I look like I'm fucking trying to be Donald Trump, or that fucking what's that bitch? Hi, I just want to tell you that one of you loved the Long Island Medium. Okay, so I figured to make it so like I don't have schizophrenia. I talk to a camera, and that justifies me not talking to myself. That's why I got pets. Why do I care? These people hate me, and it doesn't matter. So, I'm sorry. I just cannot stop hearing. I wish I would have done more. I wish I would have done something. I wish I would have called. I wish I would have asked them if they were okay. Like, people who say that are bullshit. And they knew. And that is how they absolve themselves of guilt. That's what they have to tell themselves. That they would have if they had just like some kind of like secret message from the person knowing how bad their mental state was. Because generally, like, a lot of the people that I know that are my age and that are no longer with us, it's not even signs. It's blatantly this or death. So, and people don't think that you're actually gonna just fucking kill yourself. But when you're putting this much chemicals into your body, it's not for no reason. It's because you are unhappy, and every fucking second you're just waiting for somebody to fucking. What's the next problem that you need help with? Like, what is the next issue I need to resolve before it explodes? Hey, could we maybe stop for a second and just like address this issue? No. So there is visual evidence, not just written evidence, because we all know that there's a lot of written things that are not true that I wrote. For example, if anybody finds things that I wrote in high school in regards to fucking ending my life, don't go on that. Teenage angst. But people should not chalk up teenage angst and suicidal thoughts and depression and behaviors to just that. Because I have been suicidal since I've been making birthday wishes, since Pinocchio, like wishing on a star. Like, I used to wish to die. So I didn't have to be the person that doesn't get to emote at that moment when everybody else is. I have to wait until everybody else is done and carries on with their day-to-day routines. So then I am left to just there's so many like casual cliche fucking sayings around fucking people dying. One that just like fucking irks me is just like it gets easier because it doesn't. Forgetting someone does not make it easier. Every day gets fucking hard. Fucking breathing hurts. Every happy thought, every bad thought. You go, and they're not there. And she'll never be there again. And I forget what her voice sounds like. I try to imagine what she would say. But I can't. Because that's what made her so amazing. She would come up with these things. Just like it was nothing. It was so small in one sentence. Well, maybe if you never thought to consider what that person might have gone, like, just like, fuck you. Just let me be angry and fucking bitter. They're together now. It's not true. I'm just here alone. And to pretend like it all never happened. For the better of everybody. It's so hard to. After a while, it becomes hard to remember what actually happened and things that maybe wished had happened and kind of starting to make up in your head. I don't know why this keeps coming up. When I was a teenager, my brother reminded me a while ago that they used to take shifts so I wouldn't be alone. And I wouldn't sleep, apparently, unless people were in the room with me. I kind of forgot that up until my brother reminded me. Which is very fucked up. I didn't know they took shifts. I was not aware that people were doing this. Well, I kind of, like, I don't know, I guess it was kind of well known that I didn't like being alone. Not compared to now where I shouldn't be alone. And now when I shouldn't be alone, no one really gives a shit. I would never have had the balls to do it back then. Now it just fucking feels like I'd be doing everybody a favor. Okay. Okay. That was a whole 8 minutes. 11:30, party animal. Quebec brings back curfew. Called it.
Faced with an
Ha ha! You guys all fucked up. I rock curfew, by the way. I break curfew every fucking night. Just to make it a point. That curfew's not real. Unless you let the
faced with an
cops just detain you.
System, Premier François Legault says the added restrictions are necessary.
Super necessary. Just like overpacking the Bell Center, that was super necessary. We were just working with the information that we had at the time.
Starting tomorrow, there will be a curfew between 10 p.m. and 5 a.m.
Oh, then they do go back curfew again!
Family household bubbles are back.
What?
Extreme measures aimed at slowing community spread.
Measures
Today, more targeted as cases spread like wildfire.
Must be nice
It
when you get your
cutting
fucking
capacity
groceries
limits
delivered
for
to your
large
friend's
events to
door.
1,000
You know,
or 50%.
Fucking
Whatever
freezer
smaller.
bag.
Also, an admission.
Sorry.
The era of widespread testing is over.
We've not thrown in the towel. We've got multiple surveillance options.
Ontario is now giving free PCR testing to high-risk, vulnerable groups, healthcare workers, and patients in hospitals. Those with mild symptoms won't be tested.
100,000 test capacity.
Ballsy
we're hitting it
move,
already.
sir.
And when 30-40% of the tests are already positive, which a number we've never seen
Balls
before,
to
we
you.
know there's widespread community activity.
That's why people with symptoms are being told to presume it's COVID and to
Yo.
isolate. New rules there, too. Down from 10 days in isolation to 5 or 7 if you work in a
Your
high-risk
people
healthcare
are
setting.
gonna
Ontario
lose
is
it.
focusing on protecting the most vulnerable, now offering those in long-term care homes a 4th dose. In 2 provinces, 2 approaches to Omicron, and concern from some that Ontario may be forced to follow Quebec.
Slowing transmission there is intended, I think, to specifically target the stress on the healthcare system. Ontario isn't feeling it as much as Quebec is yet. And so the urgency to slow transmission is not yet being felt. I'm concerned that we will feel it here, and we may have to enact similar strategy as Quebec is now putting on the table.
All right, Sarah, we heard some concerns there about Ontario's approach, but what are experts saying about Quebec's?
Well, some criticism here as well. Some doctors saying that the Quebec government has already acted too late, and the effects of these latest restrictions won't be felt for at least a few weeks. Janella?
All right, thanks. That's Sarah Levitt.
Tonight, new COVID cases smashed all-time records with New Year's Eve just hours away. Nearly 500,000 testing positive in the U.S. in a single day. New York City shattering its high. Subways there closing down. But thousands still set to ring in 2022 in Times Square. The CDC's alarming new warning to avoid cruise ships, even if you are vaccinated. All passengers now asked to quarantine for 5 days after their trip. Mass evacuations, tens of thousands told to flee near Denver as 110
Oh no, before I get canceled. Man. This is just like the fucking bee's knees.
Over the course of 50 minutes from his home in Delaware, President Joe Biden urged Vladimir Putin to take steps to de-escalate the crisis.
I had to dust off my Compass card today, as I'm sure many other Metro Vancouverites did, to avoid hitting the roads. But just be.
Huh. Seven days ago,
Testing.
top news. Very good. Well done, sir.
We've been tracking closely the
You okay,
Cuomo
Jack?
saga, the downfall of the brothers. We saw Andrew Cuomo. He had to resign after sexual harassment scandals came to light. Then we had the report showing that he used state resources in order to help his book,
You
his
okay?
$5 million book deal, the downfall of his brother. Well, it just keeps getting worse for the Cuomos. The fallout is incredible. Let's put this up there on the screen. Governor Cuomo has been ordered by the New York State Ethics Board to turn over millions of dollars in profits from his pandemic memoir, giving him 30 days to comply, which totals.
Oh, baby.
Quand les températures baissent, l'hiver tue. Les familles réfugiées ont peu de protection contre les températures glaciaires.
Dollars. Now, it's funny, Crystal. He never actually sold that many books. We actually sold more books than he did. Whatever we wrote one, and wasn't even close. But he received, unlike us, $5 million in a advance from a publishing company, essentially a little bit of a payoff. And then he used state resources and actually siphoned off state resources employees to write that book for his $5 million book deal. And some justice is being served here. The man now has to turn over $5 million. Don't worry, he's still worth millions and millions of dollars. He'll be okay. So, Governor, I look forward to seeing that check.
I'm with you. This guy's going to make a comeback
Oh, yeah.
at some point too. He's going to go into the wilderness, let people forget, and then try to make kind of a comeback. But just so you know, too, this was not even a close vote. It was a 12-1 vote. of the state's Joint Commission on Public Ethics. They had previously ruled that Cuomo had received authorization for the deal under false pretenses. And they decided on Tuesday that he was not entitled to keep any of the profits from it. I think the one dude who voted the other way was like a Cuomo appointee and just like a total, a total shill. It was like, I'm worried about the precedent or whatever. But, it's even worse than just the fact, which is bad enough, that he was using state resources to write this terrible book that nobody ultimately was interested in reading. The timeline that was revealed of when the book deal came together and when this was all happening is really stunning, because this was early days of the pandemic when New York, he had no idea how this was going to go. The worst of everything for New York, which, you guys remember, it was horrific. There were, trucks parked on the street with dead bodies in them. It was terrible. All of that was still to come when he's out there signing a multi-million-dollar book deal and then using same government employees who are supposed to be dealing with this absolutely catastrophic and devastating crisis. He's distracting them instead with helping him write his freaking book. Like, it just shows you the ego of this man, the narcissism of this man, the callousness of this man. So the fact that he's being ordered to at least return some of those ill-gotten gains is something. At least it's something.
No, it is something. It's not measured justice. Let's not turn our nose. It's $5 million. That's a lot of money. Even if you're a multi-millionaire, that's a lot of money. And so, look, it's possible we could have spent it already too. But you're
that's why some of these things
it wouldn't surprise me if one of those guys who's perpetually broke and constantly needs the money, even though, daddy left him a nice tiny sum, and his brother's got, millions and millions from his CNN contract. So we'll see. I do think it is a positive step in the right direction. And I think the downfall of these two men shows you the hubris of
anybody gives me
liberalism
kind of
right in the
appreciation.
middle of the pandemic. And to me, it's just that there is a cost. Look, you can't flagrantly flout the rules at your company when you're in media or when you're the governor. No matter how popular you are, eventually the bill will come due. Very rarely does, but eventually, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that is what happened. They got a little too bold here. Last note on this is former Governor Cuomo is not out of the woods yet. He's still being investigated.
Oh, that's right.
Several investigations by the federal government. They're looking at the fact that his administration downplayed the death toll of nursing home residents. Read, that's the New York Times, very diplomatic wording, that they lied and whitewashed the death toll of nursing home residents during the pandemic, they say, among other matters. And he was also criminally charged with groping the breast of a former executive assistant in the executive mansion last year and is scheduled to be
So the curfew starts tomorrow.
Updates on those investigations and
10
prosecutions. But
People are fucking losing it. Like, full on freaking out.
They say it's for 2 weeks, but
Yeah, it's different last time too.
yeah.
And how long did that last?
They don't want people partying, that's why.
Oh, but filling the Bell Center and over fucking packing the Bell Center, different story.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, well, you know what? La Belle Province, Cam. This is... Everybody deserves this. I broke curfew every night for fucking round one. Guess what? Legault can suck a chode. I am not a criminal. I am a free person. I can walk outside whenever I want.
You want to try to move this now? Well, actually, it's like 11 o'clock. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's why when I got back, I literally was gonna try to make Nan's thing, and I was like, I'm gonna start shit. Even though I hear other people having people over and being loud, I just know that because I hear
no one's working.
Yeah, right? But also you weren't here. If you were here, then I probably maybe would have, but even then, I don't know what's worse. You yelling at me or the rest of the building yelling at me.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like you gotta take obviously your glass and all that off of there.
What? Oh yeah, and well, no, I
'Cause once you move that, okay,
honestly I don't
pretty
know.
much just push it into place or right over there where you wanted it, and then you can actually set up your sewing machine.
I could fucking take all my products and shit and put it on there. Everything on the bookshelf, fucking everything in the bathroom, all the bottles, all that fucking annoying shit, all my nail polish and all that shit could all go in that thing because that's what this is for.
Like, it just really sucks that I don't know where to put that AC. And honestly, it would probably go under the table. Like, we have a recycling bin that is.
The AC.
Yeah, because it's just in the middle of the room. And like, I mean, once this is moved, I could probably. Oh, I guess you want to push the couch right there, right? And then, like. Move
You
the
know
thing
it's
away.
so stupid that we both have fucking families that have like huge properties with huge houses that are mostly empty. And like my parents have literally like been like, you can bring your entire house, bring it into our house temporarily, as long as you need. My family has done that to multiple fucking people over the years where they're just like, Fury, my mom's friends. Basically, I got into shit for eating out of the fridge. I went into the fridge and she's like, what do you think you're doing? Like, I'm fucking scavenging all your rotten food. Like, I'm fucking cleaning all the fucking shit that's molding in here, dude. Like, I'm surprised you guys aren't sick. Why doesn't Caitlin do this? She's like, she's really tired. I'm like, she
'Cause you're
doesn't do
tired.
anything.
Just because you're tired doesn't mean you're going to stop.
She's been saying that she's tired for years. But, like, why can't we put this fucking one air conditioner into one of their fucking places?
Yeah.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid, Kat.
Yeah, you know. Here's what it is.
But I have to put my, I got new hardware. Maybe good hardware.
Put these bags in.
New hardware. This is a middle finger because I am fucking bionic man.
Oh, you went to the hospital to give you that?
No, I got to the pharmacy. It took me like 3 pharmacies to find it. 'Cause it's blue, it goes to here, and it goes to here. And it's a hand brace, and I've had one before.
Oh, that's just for your finger.
They don't exist!
Remember the thing that I had? That's,
Yeah, I know, this is stupid. This is a piece of metal. I didn't need to pay for this. I could have literally found this somewhere in my home.
Wait, but did they say you needed it, or you just went and got it yourself?
No, like, I'm not listening to what I'm being told to do, which is why I'm not using it. Because I'm like, there's a way around this. Like, I don't like when my body parts are not doing the things that I want them to do. And they're like, you can't do stuff
Well,
for a while. I'm like,
hey.
that's not possible.
Hey, well, you know what? Would you rather that, or would you rather it be fucked up for the rest of your life and then not be able
It's
to do
fine!
not be able to do it? No,
You're all freaking out!
why don't you ever take anything seriously, man?
It's a pinky!
Yeah, and look, you don't understand. Like, it could really fucking.
The
be,
color's coming back, is all I care about.
It could be very but it's still fractured. So if you
Go-
hit it, like you don't want it to splinter into and have little bone splinters in your blood. Shit
You
like
take that so I
that.
don't burn off my hair. Point is, I've played sports in my life, and yeah, no, I'm not
fucking punk ass bitch that's gonna be like, my finger. I did it like, and you know what the worst part is? When people ask how to do that, my new answer is I fought the wall and the wall won. My husband approved it because I was just like,
Yeah, I was like, I wonder what like she had to say, like, how did you break your hand?
she was like, yes, I fucking get it. I get the joke. I was just like, did you get it? I was like, I had to test it on you before I do it on anybody else. Because I just don't want to tell people. Because it's stupid. It's so stupid. And I thought I was dying of pneumonia. And that's like, honestly, like, I've not been that sick in a long time, Cam. Like, since I was like, at least elementary school, maybe early high school. But no, not even. Because, like, the worst I probably had was bronchitis or something like that.
I'm pretty sure I got it from Aiden, and then, like, well, me, I'm not, like, stuff like that doesn't affect me too much. I get, like, a little bit of things.
I think we got from Kate.
You know when I get sick when my body doesn't handle. But Aiden had it, and I think I brought him home. You might have caught it. I think Blake and Shane
It's like a 3-day flu.
have it.
And it's like your spine, and it feels like a belt is wrapped around you. And it's like my skin hurt.
But
like my flesh hurt.
one person died today of the Omicron in Kahnawake. And there's, I think now the thing spiked.
It's pneumonia.
So
Pneumonia. And now they're calling it fucking COVID pneumonia. I'm like, what? Like, why, what? And that means I won't get any credit. What are you looking for? I gave you stuff. I lied. You know who it was? Like, was it an older person or?
I'm not sure now.
Look how fast I jump into these questions. Was it an older person? Was it someone vaccinated?
I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember. I don't think the person was vaccinated, but I think they were like in their 30s or 40s, something like that. I don't remember.
I think it is at the point where, you know what? I think it was my mom that told me. That's very both. But when my mom was just like, "Oh, thalidomide," I'm like, "You know what that is?" And she was like, "Yeah, my mom took it when she was pregnant with her kids." And I was like, "Yo, you could have fucking come out some fucking deformed freak, baby."
Yeah.
Like, because you know, like when you hear about shit and then like you bring it up and then people are like, "Oh, that? Yeah, no, that was like for like 2 seconds," and everybody was like immediately like, "Oh yeah, we know. We already kind of figured." It's like it was not one of those things. It was definitely not one of those things. But yeah, no, this whole thing is it's a market. Like you can, the fact that the Great Resignation thing, you can watch conferences of them talking about it back in early 2019. Like, and they're like, it's just a matter of, are you that much of a loser that you're gonna sit there and watch it for an hour and a half? And I say, yes, I am. I will absolutely. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. It was Anthony Fauci was on this fucking conference. Like, you know, even like people like South Park, every TV show does it, where they do a Q&A and they're all lined up on a table talking about the whatever it is, the thing that they do. So something like that before COVID, where Fauci was there and they word for word are talking about making influenza sexy again. The word sexy came up multiple times on this fucking board. And this is like June or July of 2019. Or no, October. That was the one that I was trying to get you to watch, where I was just like, you need to see this. This is some fucked up shit. Like, this is some real fucked up shit. Like, but no one's gonna sit there to watch it. So I'm just talking a fucking dead air. Everybody's getting what is coming to them. I need the gauze part. Because my finger's now like a floppy potato.
Yeah, I wouldn't try to do dishes while you have that on.
What do you love?
Well, still, I'll do them tomorrow. You don't have to worry about them.
Feasting. They do this thing, feasting. And they take the food and they put it in the and they eat the food. Have you seen that? That's hilarious. Oh my god. It's like a religious pastor.
How many pins are there?
No, it's okay. I see this thing. It's just to keep it up with the rest of my hand. Yeah, it was like fucking really dumb. But it's a fucking African pastor. He's talking about why they want to kill homosexuals. And one of the reasons why is because they're dirty and because they do something called anal fisting, and it's just the fucking best. Watching a
what?
Yeah, that's one of their reasonings for wanting to kill the homosexuals.
Anal fisting?
Yeah, but it's just so fucking hilarious to see this like African man who like speaks broken English, who is like trying to say to kill the gays, but he's talking about how gays fist each other and what that entails. It's just great. It's just the best to watch. They do this thing, but anal fisting. They eat the poo-poo.
Oh yeah, oh I remember. Oh.
They take the poo-poo and they put it in their mouth. Yes, that's what they do. The gays eat the poo-poo. Like, this guy's obviously never even like conversed with another human being that is real with him. Isn't that crazy? That's like what Trump was. Literally nobody ever had a real interaction with Donald Trump in his whole life. So sad. You're so lucky you're not white. Gab, you're really lucky that you are not white.
That sounds good.
Was it?
The poopy gone.
It does. It actually works too. Like, it takes away odors. I feel like I should be saying others, but I'm fucking dyslexic.
If you want, because like, this is
Odors.
more your stuff, and like I don't want to like break it, but I will help shake it off.
This?
So, no, instead of doing dishes, but this, because you got like cat figurines and like other things that.
So yeah, the reason that all that stuff is there is because I don't think it. Fucking since it goes up there, it is usually meant to stay there.
Yeah, no, but if we move
And
this,
then-
it's gonna definitely come falling down.
The only time I've moved it was moving here. It's because I have to clean all this shit too. Can you?
Well, this I would say probably sacrifice one of your blue bins there for like
So many bins.
I know. Like,
But like that's the whole point of the compartment thing.
yeah.
Yeah, no, these like some of these mean nothing to me though. Like this weird pug dog. A lot of these I get either from like the garbage or like free from garage sales. As I was passing by, I would just be like, "For habit," and they would be like, "Sure," if it means you get off my property. But yeah, it's like this weird bulldog thing. I don't know why. Oh! But there's a lot of things here that make me sad.
There, you get to move them and crush them if you make them sad.
But like it's like oh my god, it happened again today. I was fucking like in the store. I don't know if what was it? Finger condoms.
Oh yeah.
I cried I almost cried at the pharmacy because I saw a box of finger condoms. And I was just like, nope, there's people around and they are not gonna understand what's going on in your brain. They're just gonna see you crying at finger condoms. Remember that too, my grandma. When I worked at Bully's, I cut the tip of my finger really bad, and I fainted. It was a potato peeler. Last potato. Last 15 minutes of the fucking day, because we were always there 9 to 9. Because we ran that fucking restaurant. Basically started the restaurant. Because before there basically was no restaurant. Oh my god, that place was so depressing. Ah!
Does that still have water?
I doubt any of the. I would be fucking just flabbergasted if anything in here had liquid. Because it is so goddamn dry in here all the time. But it's because I had to fix it. Remember it melted?
Yeah, it feels heavy, like there's water in it.
That was the point of getting it, because Fury kept breaking mine. But yeah, no, I totally fainted. And when I think it was my grandpa came and picked us up, or came like met us, and my mom was like, "We should call the ambulance, bring her to the hospital." And he was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? The kid cut her fucking the tip of her finger and fainted because she's fucking weak." Like, you don't need to fucking call an ambulance. You don't need to take her to the hospital. Fucking put a fucking Band-Aid on it. If it needs a stitch tomorrow, we'll go get a stitch.
Do we need to keep this?
Yeah, at least one of each of them.
Do you need the big one?
I need the little one and the big one. They go together.
Oh my god.
Actually, I was gonna. Back in the day, I was gonna make.
That's when you know you're an alcoholic.
No, it's from. Each one of these is from a night that we had gone out. And it was like my treasures. Like, I'm not somebody who would like, yeah, Coco's.
Really?
Coco's. That's how me and Melissa quit drugs.
Come on, it's garbage.
No, me and Melissa quit drugs. When we stopped hanging out with Joanna and Lisa, and we were like, how the fuck are we going to do life without drugs and partying? And we were like, oh, we know. We're going to go pawn Kirchhoff's DVD DOMs where my husband's brother. We would go and pawn his DVDs at fucking Ed's for like fucking enough for Coco's.
This is cool.
That I think I stole from Fury, maybe.
But this is literally a plastic bottle you could get at Depener.
Coco's.
Depener.
Coco's.
It's a mojo. You get it at the Depener.
You don't know. Maybe they can stop selling them tomorrow.
They have them at the Depener.
But maybe tomorrow they won't.
I'm trying to be the voice of reason.
Maybe this is the apocalypse, and we're
plastic
gonna be locked in our homes
bottle.
forever. And Depeners are gonna close.
I have one that's 10 times bigger. It's more worth.
It has to do with memories.
Come on.
These are good memories. Me and Melissa were good seeds where we were like, let's be good and let's not do dumb shit anymore.
Understand,
so let's get drunk.
I understand glass, but plastic.
It's the memory behind it. You'll never pick me up and like think of a memory.
Plastic. I don't have things like that anymore. I really don't.
That's not true.
I only have pictures that people have given me.
Okay, well, there's pictures, but like hats or.
Well, I have those because I don't know. They were just went together. The Mario thingies, and they're on the evil side, so they're cool. And
there's literally like fucking nothing you could think of that when you pick it up, you're like, that's something I don't usually think about, but because I have this. That kind of like gave me a little flashback to a good memory.
Nope. School bag, ocarina. I got that on top of the I got my dice. I got some of that on Coffee Thon.
What about the fucking Rockfest shit? You want anything from Rockfest?
No,
Shows you went to?
no, in here. I mean, I got band shirts from some of them. I didn't get anything Rockfest though. I had no money.
Your picture.
My Boba gave that to me. That's not even me. He thinks it was me, but it's actually, I think that's my
Your dad, so it was
my dad.
him.
Yeah.
But it
I'm
looks
gonna
just
I'm
like
gonna
you.
give that to him for Christmas too.
Yeah.
It's hidden and it's his really.
Maybe give him a copy.
Well, that's the original.
You never, yeah, exactly. You don't want to lose the cat.
Well, no, it'd be better off in his hands as my mom will put it in like a scrapbook of all the pictures.
Wherever my phone is, I don't have a lot of pictures on there actually, surprisingly. It's like the only time I
Well, I have to
don't have a
remember
million.
to take the picture of my balls off.
I had one thing that I wanted from Allison, and it was a picture in her bathroom, and I took a picture of it on my phone. And it was when I was little, they asked me what I wanted to do when I grow up, and I said happy. They said I didn't understand the question. I said they didn't understand life. That's the one thing I fucking wanted.
Mm.
And what happened? Fucking no one has any idea what the fuck happened to it. This was my sister's when she was a baby. Matched her room.
Actually, like at the edge.
It's not bad to have things.
I used to have trophies and stuff, a drawer full of medals,
That's ringette.
but
I must have been like 6 years old or 7 years old when I played ringette.
I don't have anything like that anymore.
But most people don't even know what ringette is.
I think I remember that day when I was like, I decided that I was gonna grow up, and like I threw everything out.
Was it you or was it somebody else?
No, myself. Like I threw everything out one day.
Yeah, but honestly, like that's what boys are supposed to do, I think. Or like that's what they are told that they're supposed to do. You're supposed to throw away your toys and then that's only work and misery. And like kids that you actually secretly hate. Like, and I just like my mom was put into a family where everything was a certain way and had to be a certain
I
way.
need that big bong first, unless you're gonna carry that.
This thing weighs like 5 pounds, dude. There's the chicken!
I don't have any room.
Okay, wait. Pull out the zebra. Because you need to fix it. There's a little bird that goes on him. Here. I need you to glue back on because my glues are
I
glued
don't have
shut.
hot glue gun in the drawer.
Not hot glue. I would like super glue.
Okay.
Please.
I'll put them over here. So you might work better.
I have like a bunch of shit I need glued, but like all my glue caps are glued shut. Very fucking counterproductive. This is the thing I wanted to give to your sister as a joke.
Yeah.
But I like it too much, and your family doesn't appreciate anything that's material value. Or, no, sorry, not material value, and that is sentimental value. Okay, you say
It is. Just my mom is a way of
Your mom's a
when
narcissist.
she's just not happy about something, she'll do something.
she controls the whole family. When your mom's not happy with something, the entire family needs to change.
Well, that's how it is with women, though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Women get all like crazy.
My mom sacrificed everything. My mom had no friends. She had no happy times. She didn't go shopping. She didn't do anything. My mom was about us all the time, 24/7. And if it wasn't us, it was her parents.
Hmm.
This is a very important cup.
Yeah, put it somewhere safe.
You want to give this to me for my 18th birthday? I don't even know where to put it. Definitely not in here. Fuck that. I don't even know where the fuck to put this.
Put it on this side.
I was thinking up there.
Like, just put it like somewhere where it has like enough, because like the bookshelf does move sometimes. Like,
What are you chewing on?
or, you know what? Just put it on the
Yes.
Warhammer shelf.
Your Warhammer shelf is very, because like there's cracks in it and you can feel it. it's about to like fall apart.
Yeah.
I've never even drank out of. I think I drank out of it once, and I fucking knocked it against something and I cracked it. But Joanne got it for me for my 18th birthday, and I felt like it was like a holy grail, or I was just like, this is my. But I was like, this is my passage. Like, this is my like, fucking. I am equal to her, and me and her are like. We have something that's different, and it's just not. That is not realistic.
Do you want something? Yeah, it's not easy. What's the matter?
I don't know. Maybe they're right. Maybe it's better that you aren't attached to like superficial, I guess, is what they would call it, but an actual inanimate object, because honestly, when you actually are like super intimate with a fucking object, it breaks.
It holds you back from actually living life. You need to like live life.
I get sad about it, but like it's not gonna like I can't go on because something broke.
Because that's like realistically, everybody can only handle so much in their
Things
life.
are just things.
I know, but that's what I mean. Like everybody has a bubble, and you can only handle so much in your life, your bubble. So if you keep adding stuff, and eventually you get overcrowded with stuff and chaotic, you need to learn how. This is the lesson where you learn how to let go, because like if you don't let go of things, a lot of the times it'll hold you back, and you could be missing out on a lot of things that you could be actually doing in your life.
Why would I need to let go of these things? I can literally die with these things.
Well, it's just like.
And they make me happy.
Yeah, I understand that, but like if you have no interaction with them at all, like you don't look at them once in a while, or
Oh, I do. I do
it's
all the
just-
time. And I tell people like you stories about them so I can repeat those stories over and over and over.
yeah, I know you repeat over and over and over.
I know, I'm just really sad.
Like a recorded message,
I was really stoked to go out.
didn't you?
I did, and I came back not too long after. Because did not go great.
Whatever. What happened
I
with
don't
you?
really want to talk about this.
Okay.
Don't worry, I didn't hit and run anybody. It's okay. I should have.
Okay.
I don't know. I just like I felt like I was getting on her nerves. So like I'm just gonna go finish my laundry tomorrow because maybe it was just me today because I'm just not. Anyway.
Okay. I don't know. It could be just like had a bad morning or something.
Just thinking about alcohol and shit. And, like, trying to figure out how to be without having advice from her. There are so many things that I would like, but
The only thing you could do in this situation is think about what she would have said.
I can't anymore.
You can. You know what she would say.
I really don't want to talk about it. Because she can all talk about it.
Yeah, no, but that's a good thing. It means you love somebody.
I can't really hear her voice. I'm starting to forget what she sounds like.
Really? I don't remember what she sounds like.
I think I do. But it's more like the things I'd ask her.
I'm pretty sure there's a video somewhere.
There's a lot of videos
You're
of
just
her.
talking. You can always remember her voice.
But like I try to like come up but there's no way I could possibly come up with what she would have said to me when I'm like having a fucking I'm full on freak out. I'm about to burn the fucking planet down. And then she just was like something so stupid and simple and little that I just want to be like, can you just fuck off and let me be bitter and angry and miserable, please? And just like, can you just let me just fucking rage?
You just throw it there.
Thanks.
Well,
Well, these are like mostly like boxes.
I figured just like the glass. and like things like that.
See, I keep things that make me angry and miserable. I was the most miserable human being. That is me, believe it or not. Wait, is that what me? Yes. Yes, that is me.
Yeah.
That is the most miserable I've ever been in my entire life. Oh, next to Kane! I love him. All I feel like there are certain things that make me fucking angry and rage. This is real human hair.
No.
Yep, Angela fucking cut it. I had it glued on my head. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a tire. It's like rubber, and you just like heat it up, and it like cements to your fucking scalp. But Angela fucking cut it, and I was just like, why the fuck would I put extensions in if I wanted to cut them shorter than my actual hair? Why would I not just dye my hair?
Yeah.
You see the pictures of her at my fucking 18th birthday though? She fucking looked like a lion. She fucking freak. She literally changed her tampon in Joanna's bed while me and Lisa were on the computer and Joanna wasn't there. And we were just like, yo, did you just? And she was like, what? We were like, great. That's awesome. And then we had the children like, hey, guess what happened while you were gone? She was like, wait, what? In my bed? Like, what?
Ew.
Yeah. Because Angela's fucking nuts.
Gross.
Angela is a crazy crackhead. People think I'm a crazy crackhead. Angela is a crazy crackhead. Last time I talked to Drew, it was because Angela was going to come to my parents' house to try to beat me up over a hair straightener and some tanning lotion. I was like, what are you talking about? I haven't spoken to any of you in like 5 years. And she was like, it was like 50 tanning lotion. I was like, uh-huh. Okay. I don't even live with my parents anymore. But all right. I miss Joanna a lot. If something bad were to ever happen to her.
Well, she's living at her boyfriend's dad's.
Well, that's the last I heard. And then she was like, I'm on my way over. I'm like, it is like 4 a.m. So, no, you're not. But before I could even say that, she was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm like, and it took me like 2 days to muster up the courage to be like, were you coming here to beat me up? Because I like was sitting in the car, so I was super paranoid she was gonna fucking do a drive-by. And I thought I saw her, and I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go outside. Because I thought she was coming to beat me up. And I asked her, and she was like, don't be fucking dramatic. No. I was just like, okay, well, last time I talked to you, you introduced me to your new pregnant best friend, who later on you went to her house and you beat her up, and then you beat up her mom. And you guys were besties like 2 weeks before that, so yeah. Sorry for maybe jumping to conclusions.